Welcome back to another lovely toy review. Oh, sorry, hang on, we're a little close. Let me just zoom out a bit. Yeah, still a little too close. 1 second. Okay, hang on. Welcome back to another Marvel Legends review. My name's Chris, for those who are wondering. I occasionally post toy reviews of stuff that's bought for me, gifts from Twitch viewers and things like that, or also just action figures I bought myself. As you can probably see behind today's subject, I've got a fair amount of MCU related figures. Bloody love them. Think they're amazing. Think that Hasbro have done a fantastic job with the Marvel Legends license since getting hold of it. I'm a Toy Biz kid. Like I was collecting the Toy Biz ones. Dug this out the other day. Found Electro. Look at him. It's pretty cool, but you know, Toy Biz has been doing an amazing job. And this set is an Amazon exclusive that I purchased for myself with some Christmas vouchers as well. So thank you, friends and family. This is mighty. This is the Children of Thanos Avengers Infinity War set. And there along the spine you see the big purple Ball-Chinian himself. We've got Proxima Midnight and the Ebony Maw. Lovely paintings. And on the other side, Thanos one more time because he's egotistical like that. We have Cull Obsidian, his movie name, and Corvus Glaive, who in the original Infinity comic, he's my fave, but I think it's probably the Maw in the films. On the back, this big bloody mural of the whole gang. The Children of Thanos, powerful and vicious warriors, will stop at nothing to harness the power of the Infinity Stones. And in the background, it looks like we've got the ships. Looks like it might be Titan. The remains of Titan. Cull Obsidian. Big boy down there. It's too big to even fit on the picture, so it was just a head. Proxima looking mean. Corvus looking, well, a bit like the Green Goblin. And the Ebony Maw chin wagging away next to their daddy, or their adoptive daddy, Thanos. Now, this set is special for a couple of reasons. Aside from being an Amazon exclusive, meaning it's only available from Amazon as a retailer. So if you want it, get it now before scalpers make it a ridiculously higher amount of money to pay for. It's also special because the figures are screen accurate. Ebony Maw is in the darker costume he actually wears in the film as opposed to the lighter grey look that the toy came out with. But he's the least changed because Proxima Midnight looks like she does in the film. The original figure does not. I think it's mostly to do with spoilers and whatnot. Concept art is obviously what's given to Hasbro for certain things. Any figures that come out from the MCU films at the same time as the release of the movie tend to not be exactly screen accurate. And it's because they're based more off of concept art in some cases. Proxima was one of those. Her colour scheme for the original figure was a lighter blue hair, a blue face. She had the more prominent mask-like look to her face. She didn't have the chin strap. Her armour was golden. And then Cull Obsidian is the biggest change because he was a Build-A-Figure in a wave with Ant-Man, the Wasp, Thor, Black Widow, the Black Knight, and Malekith, those last two comic book figures. And he looked more like the comic book Cull Obsidian. Same face, although the fangs less painted, but same face. But he was naked in a loincloth with a big armour thing over his shoulder, which is not how Cull Obsidian looks in the film. This is how he looks in the film. Additionally, there is Corvus Glaive, who was a nightmare to get hold of over here, to the point where I never got hold of him. Why? He was in an exclusive set that was mostly available in the States, in a 2-pack with Loki, based on the start of Infinity War. So it was Loki, there's a cosmic cube in there. The Loki figure was, it was its own thing, but it was mostly just a slight variant of the Thor Ragnarok one, albeit with the colours to match him in Infinity War. So it's nice to actually get hold of Corvus Glaive because he was the one member of the Black Order of the Children of Thanos that I didn't have. And speaking of Thanos himself, that's the one from the Marvel Anniversary 3-pack with Doctor Strange and Iron Man. He was a Build-A-Figure prior to that with the wrong colouring. Then they re-released the Build-A-Figure in a UK exclusive wave with updated colouring to match this one. I bought a spare Iron Spider to give me a clenched fist Infinity Gauntlet hand, because the one that he came with was more of an open hand, open palm. And luckily all the wrist pegs are the same size, so you can interchange them, which is going to be handy because this set, of course, comes with Thanos. And you'd think, well, Chris, you're getting a better Proxima, you're getting a more accurate Ebony Maw and Cull Obsidian, you're getting your first Corvus Glaive, but you have to get another Thanos. Surely it wasn't bang for your buck. Well, Hasbro are obviously aware that most people who've got this would probably own a version of Thanos by now. So they gave him a new sort of smug, I'm trying to get focus on it, but the light's playing havoc, a smug, smiling portrait, and a spare arm and head to match his appearance at the very end of the movie, when he is scarred from using the Infinity Gauntlet, including a screwed up Infinity Gauntlet that's all burnt out. So customizers, if you want to get hold of this and give him a big old cloak or the vest, then you can have him looking like he does in the start of Endgame, before his hand gets cut off. But also, the Infinity Gauntlet hand on the non-burnt hand is the snap. So they're like, yeah, you've got Thanos, but we're going to give you an alternative Thanos look and a sculpted hand that I think you've all been asking for. So, without further ado, I'm going to get to opening this ginormous, top-heavy set, because Cull Obsidian's at the top, so it's really top-heavy. There's probably an Amazon exclusive just to stop it falling off of shelves in whatever shop it would normally be in. But I'm going to get this open, but before we do that, I'm going to take you over there and we'll have a little look at the 3 I already own of these characters. I'm not getting them out, because it'll take me ages, but there's Ebony Maw, and he's all light grey. I mean, he's a pretty solid figure. Finds it hard to stand. Thanks, Squidward. There's Proxima, who is completely inaccurately painted. Her paint job seems to be based more on the comic book appearance. Brilliant figure, got her in America, but not accurate. And there's what I have of Cull Obsidian, who is missing an arm and a leg because I could never find a non-scalped Malekith or Black Knight to get the parts from that wave. So they are now over here in my in-game display. I ain't getting rid of them anytime soon. But let's take a closer look at their more screen-accurate brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters. So here's your boy, Corvus Glaive. I was very excited to get this one because I wanted him. He was hard to get hold of. I've pre-posed him because he has rather rubbery joints, standard stuff. Pivot joint on the ankle. He doesn't have a cuff. Well, actually, he might have a cuff. No, it's part of the sculpt. I got confused. He doesn't have a calf swivel. Double at the knee, thigh swivel. Was it socket joint at the crotch? He has a waist swivel, but it's kind of pointless because of all the extra rubber stuff he's got over him. He has a very sort of smooth ab crunch. Smooth. His head is your standard articulation, like ball joint on a thing. My terminology's falling out the window because the sun is warmer than I expected and it's heating my head. Oh. All of his joints are rather rubbery and a little bit loose. Not like they're going to fall off, but like if he fell off a shelf, I could imagine his arm bending and then staying in that position. I'm a little upset about that. One thing I'm not upset about though is the sculpt and the paint apps on him. Yes, a lot of his costume is these thicker rubber pieces that mean that this arm is very limited in its movement. This one not as much, but same sort of thing. But they look fantastic. So if you pre-pose him and you have him in a pose, like I've got him sort of stepping forward like he's about to start some shiz, then it looks pretty great. The cape is swooshy and long and solid enough that it kind of supports him, so you don't have to worry about his spindly limbs taking too much pressure when he's stood up, because his cloak takes some of the weight, which is always nice. So I like the Infinity War Thor, where the cape kind of helps. It gives you a bit more options. The glaive itself is nice. It's a simple gold and silver piece that is spikier on the top. and curled at the bottom. And the gold within the black is fantastic. His face sculpt is amazing. Like, it's a gorgeous face sculpt. I'm just slightly miffed that he's so rubbery, really. Because, you know, I want him to not melt in the sun or fall apart. I guess there's no guarantee of that. It's a shame. And also because of the rubbery pieces, that has ended up like that in the box. So that might take some resetting, but I've got to be gentle. I don't know. Corvus Glaive, great addition. He'll look great alongside the fellow Children of Thanos. Speaking of which, let's take a look at the next one. Rejoice, for you have been chosen for review by the Children of Thanos. The Ebony Maw. Do you know what? It's an improved figure, and I didn't realise. So, he's exactly the same as the original Endgame Wave 1 release, except coloration. Like, his legs are pure black now, instead of, like, grey-black. His tunic is darker. The gold pops a little more because of that. It's not as shiny as the original, but it just pops more because of the darker colouring. Pose ability is the same. He's got his big, lovely, lanky limbs, which sort of grants him the ability for Slenderman-esque reach. But one thing I didn't realise till I got him out of the box is his hair is accurate. The original has sort of got, like, you know, the halo of hair toward the back, but it's kind of scrunched up. He looks more like, you know, like the original was giving off more of an Abe's Odyssey kind of vibe, like a Mudokon, you know, Gluckon kind of thing. Whereas this one, he's got the bangs. I didn't realise that was a fix until I got him out of the box. I was like, oh, he's got his hair. Because the other one's got hair, but it's not like this. Like, properly down the back. It's sort of bunched. So, he's actually an improved sculpt. I didn't realise. So that's awesome. As for the colouring and whatnot, like his... well, the sun's not playing ball today. His... let's get him further back in the light, shall we? There we go. His... can you tell that I don't edit these? His... oh, look at him. Look at those eyes. He's sort of glancing to the side slightly as well. Just ever so slightly. His gaze is just off-centre enough that it looks like he's looking to the side at all times, like a creepy, creepy painting, whose eyes don't follow you around the room, but judge you harshly. Great addition. Awesome to have an updated Ebony Maw. Let's move on. I know Gamora holds the title, but I think Proxima is a close contender for the other deadliest woman in the galaxy. Proxima comes with her pronged fork, which the original release came with, although now it has blue detailing on the handles and on the blades, and isn't a solid gold piece anymore. It's silver with the blue. It's nice, but it's sort of tricky to get the pose you want, so I probably won't display her with this. She comes with 2 accessories, though, does old Proxima Midnight. She comes with the staff and her sword, which is nice. We get 2 accessories with her. If push came to shove, I think I kind of, as a figure, prefer the comic book colouring of the first release. As far as, like, the grey here is bright white on the other one and the silver is gold. I think that pops more. And because gold seems to be a running theme with the Children of Thanos, the fact she doesn't have any gold on her is a bit odd. However, cannot deny that the paint on the armour is gorgeous. Cannot deny that the perfected face sculpt and paint is way better. Like, way, way better. She's a tiny bit boss-eyed, but she's got the scar across her face and the tat, the paint on her chin. You can see clearly on this one that, like, her forehead is the dark blue that then leads into her hair, as opposed to the last one where it's a helmet all the way up and then the hairline. She has the same problem, same articulation as the original figure, but also the same problems in that because her hair is so well sculpted, her head doesn't have much room for movement. She has rubbery joints, kind of like Glaive. I'm worried that this is a theme in this set. But overall, still a very striking looking figure. And I'm delighted to have her. Moving on to the big boy. Oh my god, he's so big! He's huge. Cull Obsidian. What a beast! Where to begin? Articulation. Standard articulation, essentially, from Marvel Legends figure. Disappointingly stiff in both the upper arms, though. Which is a shame, because obviously being based on a Build-A-Figure mould, the arms are exactly the same as they were in the original release. It's a shame that they're stiff, and I wonder whether or not I'll be able to pop them out the sockets and loosen the joints a little bit. Who knows? I'll take the risk later. The face sculpt is updated to have accurate colouring for the films, because of course he had lighter tusks in the films than the original Build-A-Figure release had. The armour is completely new and accurate. Gorgeous red detailing. I like the blue and red on the sash around his waist. And again, the gold theme continues within the shoulder blades. All the straps are, well, that's the trick, you see. This is fixed, and it's fixed there. It's loose on the arms, but it still impedes the articulation. So it seems like they've taken the original Build-A-Figure, well, given him completely new legs and like crotch and torso. Although I wouldn't be surprised if this was the Build-A-Figure for the upper chest to the crunch, and then it's just got this rubber layer on top with the armour. So they sort of they've affected the articulation by applying the new costume. Whereas if, of course, it was all originally sculpted pieces, it could be articulate throughout. But, you know, sure, whatevs, trebs. Also, got his massive bloody chain hammer thing. Disappointingly, no detail on this at all. I don't remember it being shock black in the movie. So I think that's the first prop where they've just sort of gone, bit of a shame. Hard to get in his hand. I had to sort of force it in there in a way that wouldn't damage him. But once he's displayed, he looks good. He sort of looks like he's rearing to go there. It's the bit before the start of the film where Hulk starts to fight Thanos and Ebony Maw holds Obsidian back and let him have his fun. So, yeah. And speaking of Thanos, we should have gone for the head. Let's take a look at that one. Lovely smug portrait of Thanos there. Looking proper smug. Kind of like that. It's nice to have a shit-eating grin option. So that's cool. And the main attraction for this repeat figure, the snap hand. That is gorgeous. I'm so glad that they included that. Just look at him. Ah, brilliant. You can have him in that final moment, should you wish. He is inevitable. But here he is with his alternate arm and head. Again, it's the same Thanos figure we've had before. It's very well built. It's quite light. It's one of those lighter Build-A-Figures. His legs are heavy, because they have to sort of bear the burden. Same clenched fist on this hand, which is a shame. I kind of wanted a more open palm thing, because that fist is really annoying and very basic. But the sculpt of scarred Thanos is fantastic. Look at him. Even the camera's picking up on him. Facial facial recognition. The scarring is nice. It's just a shame that obviously he's not got any scarring on the tunic, but that's fine. Didn't really expect it to have a full-on, like, different torso, because then that sort of ruins the point. Maybe had they, because we've had Thanos before, maybe had this one be a little scruffier, like sort of mid-fight Thanos would have helped sell that, but what have you. The burn-up Infinity Gauntlet is nice. Unlike the other Infinity Gauntlet arms, the wrist is a loose piece, so got to take care of that, make sure it doesn't fall off anywhere. If we wanted to change the hand out, but you wouldn't really, because it only suits this one, because it's all burnt up and crispy like the rest of him. He's a great addition. Again, like, because they knew if you've got this set, you've probably already got Thanos, so make it worthwhile by making the Thanos unique with unique accessories. Overall, do I think this set is worth the £124 asking price on UK Amazon? Yeah. Why? Because Corvus Glaive is tough to get hold of without getting that Loki set, which, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's a Toys R Us exclusive. It's one of those really tricksy ones where it was like, God damn it, it's hard to get hold of now. So, he's tough to get hold of. You're looking at spending 70 quid minimum getting the Loki and Corvus set, if you wanted just Corvus Glaive. So, he's already, you know, the Marvel Legends figures in the UK are usually £19.99 recommended retail price. Occasionally, they'll be $25.99 based on how rare they are or if they're slightly bigger figures. I think if you treat this as though these are all priced £25, $24.99, then it rounds up to $125. But keep in mind, Ebony Maw is relatively easy to get hold of for a time. So this is just perfected sculpt, not too much different. Same with Proxima Midnight, perfected paint, not too much different. But Corvus is hard to get hold of, so you're saving money on him. Cull Obsidian was a builder figure that wasn't even accurate, so you are buying a builder figure character here, and they've been selling those like the Venom and Civil War Ant-Man and MODOK and whatnot. They've been selling builder figures as individual figures now for like £30 to £40 based on which character. So you're saving money there. And Thanos is a builder figure. The people who've got him got the wave where you could build him, which means you either got the inaccurately coloured one, or you bought the UK exclusive wave, which was Infinity War characters to build Thanos as a builder figure when they're repackaged with Thanos pieces, or you got the anniversary set that I did with the glowing Iron Man and Doctor Strange. So either way, you spent a lot of money on Thanos. You have to spend a lot of money to get Thanos. £125. If you don't have these characters or you're looking to complete your wave of the Children of Thanos, absolutely worth it. I recommend this set a lot. Take good care of them. The joints, especially on Corvus Glaive, got me worried, but take very good care of these guys. I think it's phenomenal. If you enjoy this review, please do let me know down below. We go quite low tech here for the toy reviews. I tend to review stuff that I've got. I've got a few lovely gifts around Christmas, so I'll be reviewing those soon. Keep an eye out for those. But also, I will always give a review and a shout out of a gifted toy. My wish list will be linked down below in the description. You're under no obligation to get me anything. Of course, you don't have to. It's not the point. Take care of yourselves. Look after yourself first. Treat yourself first. But if you take a look at my wish list and think, I'd buy him that because I want to see his reaction, then hey, I'll be very grateful. And of course, you get a shout out and a review and lots of love from me. Thank you so much for watching. I will catch you around soon. Look out for the Children of Thanos. I couldn't think of a closing line. Bye!